Well, it's July here in the Backyard Farmer Garden, and that means it's peak activity for insects, including pests and pollinators alike. And one thing to keep in mind this time of year is the importance of scouting for insects, especially because we're starting to see pest damage occur. So it's important to take a look at the overall health of the plant. Look for wilting, look for yellowing of the leaves like we would see with aphids, even look for holes in the leaves like we would see with chewers like caterpillars as well. Be sure to look on the undersides of the leaves because that's where a lot of insects spend their time, and look in the base of the stems. Even insects can cause problems with the roots as well. So a couple of things we've noticed out here in the Backyard Farmer Garden is one of this. So we can see the squash vine borer has done a number on these squash plants. And if we take a closer look, the squash vine borer actually bores into the base of the stem of the squash plant, eating it from the inside out. And so there are some things we can do to prevent this, like wrapping that stem in tin foil or making sure that we monitor for the adults. But other things we can do are using a BT-based spray when the caterpillars are small. Otherwise, with the squash vine borer, unfortunately, it might be easier just to restart your planting. Although not quite as prevalent here in eastern Nebraska as we've seen in previous years, we're also seeing some Japanese beetles in the Backyard Farmer Garden. And the key with these is if you find them, get rid of them. Get that bucket of soapy water out, grab as many as you can, and put them in that water to kill them. And if you have a pollinator garden, there's a good chance you might also have some milkweed. And not only is milkweed a great host plant for the monarch butterfly caterpillar, but it's also its own little ecosystem. There's a good chance that you're going to be seeing those bright yellow aphids covering the milkweed. And with the aphids, you'll also get things like lady beetles having a nice little snack, as well as ants that will farm the aphids for their honeydew. In addition to these wonderful insects, we also get things like the red milkweed beetle and the milkweed bugs too. So just as a reminder, when it comes to insects in the garden, we can have both pests and beneficials like pollinators or predators. So when you see damage, it's important to take a closer look and find that culprit because sometimes the bugs we see can actually be good for the garden.